The Shiv just came out and I spent a couple of hours figuring out the best build for it. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build the new Shiv so that you can do the best amount of damage, have the most amount of shielding, and max out your power. Let's take a look at the build first. Then I'll go over the power management. And finally, we'll finish off with some PvE gameplay to see how much damage this ship can do and how it performs. But before we get into the build, this video is sponsored by Beam Eye Tracker. Beam Eye Tracker turns your regular webcam into a head and eye tracker for just $30. You can make Star Citizen way more immersive. For example, I've got my webcam connected here, a C920. It records at 30 FPS. If I look straight forward and then I look to my left, it will follow my eyes. And I can also look to my right, up, and down. And you can bind this with your head movement as well. This is basically what the software does. It turns your webcam into an head and eye tracker. If you want to upgrade your setup, check out Beam Eye Tracker. Buying from their website will help support the channel, so I really appreciate it. Links in the description. Now let's get back to the video. For the build, I customized it quite a bit. I'll go over each component and give my reasons why. We'll start off with the weapons here. For my weapons, I went with full CF repeaters. They're very standard at the moment and very meta. If you want something else, you can choose something else. But for now, CF repeaters has very good damage and most importantly, very good projectile speed. This will allow you to do damage to your target a bit more consistently. Since your projectile speed is so fast, they can't easily avoid your weapons. But if you don't like that, you can always go with attrition force, very good for PvE. So it's CF repeaters for me. Even for the turret, I went CF repeaters. Just a very solid setup. For missiles, I didn't play around with this much. I just left it default. I don't use missiles that much. But if you were going to go missiles, I would swap out the missile racks here to 481. This will give you 8 small missiles. And then I'll probably go with Task Force Electromagnetic. These missiles is the most likely to hit ships. So just change out all of them. You'll have so much missiles. Here you can see I changed up everything. So quite a bit of missiles, a very big payload. They'll never run out basically. You can just pepper them constantly. But missiles not that important to me. Let's move on to the shields. For my shields, I chose the Rampart. This is the best shield currently, since it has the most HP. And nothing really beats the regeneration either. Like sure, you can get a little bit more, but you'll rather have more HP than regeneration. Once your shield goes down, it's unlikely that you'll be able to get it up again, since you're such a big ship. So might as well just have a big shield. For the power plant here, I wanted to max out all of my power. You can even reduce it just a little bit, but I did optimize it to get the least amount of signature as well. For example, technically you only need 19 power in the ship, but the star burn still gives you less signature. This is why I went with the star burn, so that we can max out everything. You can go with the stealth one, but it doesn't really matter. Our cross section is so high that star burn is just fine. Since you can see here, our signatures are very close to the cross section. Might as well just max out everything and be done with it. For cooling, I did remove one cooler and I installed a stealth cooler here, just so that you got 1 pip in cooling. This will keep our IR from raising too high, so that missiles won't easily hit us. And then finally, I just went with the Bolt. Bolt is a stealth quantum drive. It keeps our signature nice and low. Or if you want something more optimal and faster, but your signature will increase, you can always go with the Amara here. But here you'll see that our signature will increase quite a bit. So if they're running IR missiles, you're basically screwed unless you have a very big flare count. So I prefer the Bolt still. I just like to keep everything nice and neat, very close to the signature. Just remember, for power management, you want full weapons, full thrusters, full shields. And here, by power, you just want to take 1 pip out of cooling. Since cooling doesn't matter just yet, engineering will probably change that, but for now, we've got enough cooling with just 1 pip so that our signature doesn't rise too much. Now that you know the build and how to power manage, let's go do a PvE mission to see how the ship performs. For our mission here, we're just going to do a combat gauntlet scenario 6. This will spawn 2 gladiuses. and the constellation. I usually do this with all of my ships so that I can get a decent look at how they fly and how the build perform. Let's go do the mission. Here we go, we're at our mission location. I'm going to take out the 2 gladiators first and then focus on the constellation. My flares is about 5 just because our signature is quite big for now. It will drop in a minute just because we quantum traveled in. But I like to keep it at 5 thereabout just so that I can flare off any missiles. Here's our first gladius. See how quickly we can take it out with all of our weapons. Just gonna pre-turn here, see if I can catch it just a little bit. We've got CF repeaters, so we have pretty decent projectile speed so that we can catch it. There we go, almost instant, but at least it felt like it. Where's the other gladius? Here we go. Let's see if we can destroy this thing fast as well. Keep it pretty close. I'm just strafing into it. Try and get some damage on it. They're pretty small compared to me though, so a lot more maneuverable. So I still need to do my best. Here we go. That one wasn't as fast, but still pretty decent. Now for the constellation. I'm gonna see if I can keep my distances for a little bit, since I want to take its shields down and then I'll probably close in. Since it has quite decent turrets, I want to keep my distance just a little bit. Got 2 turrets at the moment. I can probably close in now. Sit on top of it decently. It's very difficult to take its front shield down, but we should be able to have it here at the back. I'm just going to focus the back, not the turret. Since I can't damage the turret, the front shield constantly stays up. So I'll just shoot the little snub here, and then we can do some damage at the back. I think I just rammed the snub just a little bit there, since my ship did bounce upwards. I'm going to try and focus just the back here. Precision mode might give me a little bit of a better advantage so that I can see, but I'm not going to focus any other component. For some reason the turret is not firing, which is good for us, but this should go pretty quick. I just need to wait for my capacitor so I can do a big volley of damage. The cargo hold might be invulnerable, usually they are. I'm trying to hit the back. That was very quick. The ship has quite a bit of damage. So far I am very pleased with this ship. It's basically a better cutlass with less cargo and more maneuverability. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and don't forget to check out BMI Tracker below if you want to turn your webcam into an head and eye tracker. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.